China's J-20 and J-35 stealth aircraft may soon operate at nearly double their current reach, and that single shift could quietly reshape how modern air power works. This video explores how extended range becomes a bigger advantage than new designs, why support aircraft matter more than headlines suggest, and how small logistical changes can unlock entirely new operational possibilities without introducing a single new fighter into service. The idea that China's J-20 and J-35 could soon operate with double their effective range does not come from secret upgrades to the jets themselves. Instead, it comes from a far less glamorous but far more powerful factor: aerial refueling. In modern aviation, range is not defined only by how much fuel an aircraft carries internally, but by how efficiently it can receive fuel while airborne. That single capability changes everything. China's large Y-20 transport aircraft sits at the center of this transformation. Originally designed as a strategic airlifter, the Y-20 has increasingly been adapted into a refueling platform often referred to as the Yu-20. This version carries multiple refueling points and large fuel reserves, allowing it to transfer fuel to other aircraft mid-flight. While this may sound like a support role, its impact on fighter performance is dramatic. With aerial refueling, a stealth aircraft no longer needs to reserve half its fuel just to return home. Instead, it can depart with lighter fuel loads, receive fuel in flight, remain airborne longer, and return with wide safety margins. For aircraft like the J-20, which already has a long internal fuel capacity for a stealth platform, this capability multiplies its effective reach. A single refueling point far from the launch base can extend patrol time, expand coverage areas, and allow more flexible routing. The same logic applies to the J-35, which is designed to operate from carriers and land bases. Carrier-based aircraft often face strict fuel limitations due to deck cycles and recovery requirements. Aerial refueling dramatically eases those limits. With tanker support, the J-35 gains more time to operate away from its launch point, greater flexibility in mission planning, and reduced dependence on carrier positioning. What makes this development especially notable is scale. Tanker aircraft can support multiple fighters at once. One Yu-20 does not enhance a single jet, it improves the performance of an entire formation. Doubling the effective range of stealth aircraft changes far more than flight paths. It reshapes assumptions about presence, timing, and flexibility. In large regions such as the Pacific, distance is the defining constraint. Aircraft performance is measured not just by speed or design, but by how long they can remain available in distant airspace without interruption. When aircraft have limited range, operations must follow predictable patterns. Launch points are fixed. Return windows are tight. Routes are optimized for fuel efficiency rather than adaptability. An extended range removes many of these constraints. Aircraft can remain airborne longer, operate farther from support bases, and adjust plans in real time without immediately returning to refuel. For the J-20, this means transitioning from a platform optimized for regional coverage to one capable of sustained long-distance presence. An extended range allows broader patrol areas, increased endurance, and greater scheduling flexibility. Aircraft can rotate coverage more efficiently, reducing strain on pilots and airframes while increasing overall availability. The J-35 benefits in a different but equally important way. Carrier-based aviation is always constrained by deck operations. Aircraft must return within strict time windows to avoid congestion and ensure safe recovery. With tanker support, those windows widen. Aircraft can launch earlier, remain on station longer, and return with greater margins. This improves overall carrier efficiency without altering ship design or air wing composition. An extended range also improves coordination. When aircraft remain airborne longer, they can integrate more effectively with surveillance systems, airborne sensors, and support platforms. This leads to better situational awareness and smoother handoffs between patrol cycles. Instead of short, intense bursts of activity, operations become continuous and stable. Another key effect is sustainability. Longer endurance reduces the frequency of launches and recoveries, which lowers wear on aircraft and crews. It also reduces logistical pressure on bases and carriers. Fewer sorties can cover the same area, increasing efficiency across the system. What makes this development especially significant is not just the technical impact, but the strategic lesson behind it. Modern aviation power increasingly depends on systems, not standalone platforms. Aircraft do not operate alone. They function as part of a network that includes logistics, support aircraft, sensors, and planning infrastructure. Extending range through refueling strengthens the entire network at once. One of the most important aspects of this approach is speed. Developing a new stealth aircraft takes many years. Expanding refueling capability takes far less time. Existing airframes can be converted, trained crews can be scaled, and operational concepts can be updated incrementally. This allows capability growth without waiting for long development cycles. Another advantage is adaptability. Tankers support multiple aircraft types. The same refueling platform that extends the range of the J-20 also benefits the J-35 and other compatible aircraft. Each improvement compounds across the fleet. This flexibility allows gradual expansion rather than abrupt transformation, reducing technical risk while increasing overall effectiveness. This approach also highlights how modern power projection increasingly favors sustainability over peak performance. Aircraft that can remain available longer, operate flexibly, and integrate smoothly into larger systems often provide more value than platforms optimized for short, intense use. Endurance enables persistence, and persistence shapes outcomes. There is also a broader lesson for how future aviation developments may unfold. The most impactful changes may come from logistics, coordination, and support rather than headline-grabbing designs. Fuel availability, maintenance cycles, and operational tempo quietly determine what aircraft can realistically achieve. For observers, this means paying attention to infrastructure, not just aircraft silhouettes. Runways, tankers, training pipelines, and support networks often signal future capability shifts earlier than new airframes do. China's focus on expanding refueling capacity shows an understanding that reach defines relevance. Aircraft that cannot stay airborne long enough cannot shape outcomes, no matter how advanced they appear. By addressing endurance, China is improving how its stealth aircraft fit into broader operational ecosystems. What we explored here is not a story about new jets, but about new possibilities created by smarter support. By extending the effective range of the J-20 and J-35 through aerial refueling, China highlights how logistics can unlock performance without redesigning aircraft. What we explored here is not a story about new jets, but about new possibilities created by smarter support. By extending the effective range of the J-20 and J-35 through aerial refueling, China highlights how logistics can unlock performance without redesigning aircraft. Greater range improves endurance, flexibility, and sustained presence, while keeping outward appearances unchanged. In modern aviation, the most influential upgrades are often invisible to the eye. As operational reach expands, so does strategic influence. Recognizing this shift helps explain why planning, coordination, and logistics increasingly shape the future of global air power for decades to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on space exploration and scientific discoveries, and don't forget to leave a comment below. Also, you can visit our website, SpaceEyeNews.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.